Genesis chapter 6, verse 15. In the prior verse, God had commanded Moses to make an ark as a way to escape this destruction coming upon the earth, and he told him to make it of a certain type of wood and to put rooms or nests in it, if you will. Now we're going to see its dimensions, so let's dig in. Kehutos poieses ten kiboton, triakosion pecheon ta mechas tes kibotu, ke pentekonta pecheon ta platas, ke triakonta pecheon ta hupsas altes. Only one verb here, but a lot of numbers and so forth. So let's make some sense of this. So we have a kai, so we're continuing his instructions, and then huto, so in this manner. Poiese, so this is going to be another second singular future active indicative from poieo, similar to 6 verse 14 there. You will make, so even though it's a future, it has an imperatival force to it. The ark, so this is kibotas. Notice again, I mentioned this in the last video, it is a second declension feminine there, even though it has an O in ending, you see the feminine article. So this is the word for ark, or tebat in Hebrew. Now we have 3 clauses describing its dimensions. So first we have a number, triakosion, and this is going to be the number for 300. What's the unit of measure? The unit of measure is pekus, and this is a cubit, which is generally considered to be something like 18 inches or 1.5 feet. Notice it's repeated in the next 2 lines as well. So it's 300 cubits, and so that's actually going to be something like 450 feet, to give you a sense for its scale. But what is the dimension here? Ta mekos. Mekos means length. So it's going to be end to end, 450 feet, and it's of the kibotu there. And he's not going to repeat that every single time, but essentially the length of the ark will be 300 cubits, which in our terms will be 450 feet. Next, kai pentekonta. This is going to be the number for 50. Once again, it's cubits again, and so this is going to be something like 750 feet. Ta platos. So platos is width or breadth. So it's 75 feet wide. And then lastly, triakonta. You could probably guess this is 30, which of course then is going to translate to 45 feet. Pecheon, so cubits. Ta hupsas, and so that's going to be the last dimension, the height, and its height. So the length is 300 cubits, the width or breadth is 50 cubits, and the height is 30 cubits. So it's going to be, in essence, a very large, wide, long box of those dimensions. Now, on that note, just for fun, it's kind of fun to look at different ways in which this has been conceived. And I introduced this video when we were looking at the Watchers, or excuse me, this movie. So the movie Noah, though it has its plot flaws and so forth, and it's generated a lot of controversy because it did include elements from First Enoch in the storyline, specifically the Watchers or the fallen angels. I did actually appreciate the way that the ark was portrayed. The director here took it quite literally that it is indeed a large rectangular box with fairly biblically accurate proportions. So I appreciate that. You can see here, so you can see how it is in the waters. Of course, the ark experience makes it look more like a standard boat with better shaping, if you will, more seaworthy. So different ways in which this commandment and these dimensions are interpreted. And so I just find that to be kind of fun. But that's Genesis 6:15 in terms of the specific dimensions of the ark.